to The Land of Tales presents Curse of Strahd, a Wizards of the Coast adventure, really specifically not written by me, Danielle Doobie. I am, as always, joined by our creepiest crew. Creepy crew, say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Last time that we were here, you may have seen our very creepy crew fight some very creepy creatures from crawling. There's no C word for dimension. And they came crawling out of a weird space dimension as Mord, the mad mage's spells were starting to go awry. His mansion starting to fall apart in this extra dimensional space that he had created. We found Egbert once more. Egbert was there with the Mad Mage the whole time. And Mord got you all out of there by creating a crazy portal, even as all of these terrifying creatures crawled out of the depths to get you. But they didn't. And now you stepped out of the portal and into a part of Barovia you have not yet been to. As you step out of the portal and look around, you see that you are in some sort of a village. There are like buildings everywhere. You can see a church out in the distance. You can see a huge mansion on the other end of town. Right now, you are standing kind of in front of what you would assume is an inn. There's big smokestacks out the top of it, some sort of like big fires going. You can like smell good food cooking. And that is where we are. Except, as you step out of the portal, you look around. Agnes is gone. Over to you.
Did Agnes... Did she get dead? Agnes! Agnetha! Anybody see her die?
Is the Mad Mage still with us?
Yeah, you see Mord is like on Egbert's back, like a little backpack he's made himself, and he like pokes over Egbert's shoulder and goes, "Oh, well, that was fun." Climbs down. Whew. So where are we now?
Who are you and what did you do with Agatha? Agnes.
You don't know where you bring us to? The hell?
I opened the portal. In theory, it was going to get us the heck out of here. Did not seem to work. Looks like they're still in the misty place.
Mist of death, baby. At least you got us out of the worm death, though. Oh, speaking of which, Egbert. How you doing, buddy? Had to kill a lot of worm. Feeling okay?
No.
Can you...
I'll be okay. Don't mind me if I cry a little bit.
That's okay, you can cry.
Crying's good. It's manly. It's the farting of the eyes, I heard. But we still haven't figured out where Agatha is.
Yeah, we escaped. Where'd she go?
If she's dead, I will be really pissed at her.
Doesn't look
Little
like
mage.
Agatha is anywhere around here.
I'm gonna grab the little mage by his little mage collar and pick him up. Hoist him. Little mage man, where is our friend? What did you do with her? Did you fling her into another portal? Did she get dead by the worm? Did you feed her to the worm?
No. No. I don't know, and also no, I think. Okay, so I opened a portal, right? That's what I do. Open portals and close them, and also a bunch of other magic. But the magic here... Magic here is different. Seems to be... And he, like, reaches a hand up to, like, push against a barrier that isn't there. He goes, magic seems to be affected by this strange demiplane that we're in. When we walked through the portal together, actually, Mord is going to go ahead and make an Arcana check. That's a natural 15, so that is a 30 for Mord. Mord looks at you, and you see his eyes glaze over for a moment. They become this, like, milky white. And anyone who does magic would know that he's, like, not here right now. He's, like, moved out of his body. And he comes back quickly, and he goes, I've got it. When we walked through the portal, what were you thinking of?
Getting away.
Right.
Oh, please don't die or kill us, weird magic man.
Right?
I was thinking about how I really hope that once we actually did, that death is as fun as this, because this is really cool.
All right.
A sort of undying eternal rage. Red.
All right. What I was able to gather in my sort of quick little spell casting, Agnes walked through the portal feeling an incredible sense of annoyance at having to be here in this land and deal with Strahd himself. The power of that annoyance seems to have rocketed Agnes right off of the path that we were on. And I do fear that Agnes may be in the castle as we speak.
Still back there?
Oh, not in my castle.
Oh, Strahd Castle?
Sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen. You know, your friend Agnes just has some incredibly strong feelings that affect her magic. Did you know that?
Yes, we go get her now.
Yes, we do go get her now, because if she gets to hook up with Strahd before I do, I will kill her, and I will resurrect her, and I will kill her again, and for on and on for eternities, forever. She will be dying all the time.
Hey, Bifa,
What?
we should probably make sure that Strahd, your horrible boyfriend, doesn't kill our friend. Priority.
Correct? Yes, because if she is dead, it will be harder for me to kill her, but I will do it. Which
Great.
way is castle, little tiny mage man?
Wow. No, very good at magic. Not so great at geography. So, this looks like an inn. There may be someone there knows.
Oh!
Also, I do just want to point out, yes, we should go to the castle. And also, you don't seem to be doing all that great. Taking some damage, looks like.
Could you tell from all the blood?
Yeah, that is what tipped me off. So, maybe rest, then Strahd Castle?
See, normally Agnes pumps us full of her little berries, her little, what are they, the lemon drips, and we're fine. So without our lemon drip friend, that's probably why we look like shit.
So, it's up to you. We can...
No, rest is good.
I think let's get a... Room's on me. Let's go inside. Everybody go ahead, give me a perception check.
Perception. That would require having one's character sheet pulled up.
Oh, yell at us about dice, but not have your character sheet. Well.
Well. In fairness, I wasn't yelling so much as noticing that I was forgetting something and just wrong about which thing I was forgetting, but I do see your point.
No, Soph yelled at me. I need everybody to
I did.
this.
I yelled specifically at Doobie and I said, "Ooh, Doobie, this is for you." Ah!
Oh, I full on forgot to introduce you all today. So sorry.
Well,
I don't know any of these people. Oh yeah, we are doing bad.
To the audience.
Huh? We have an audience?
Maybe.
I'm so tired.
We're all doing
Okay.
great, guys.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everyone's doing great. No stress. My shoulders are a regular height.
Hmm.
You know.
My neck has full functionality.
You know.
Okay.
We're all doing good. All right. What do we get for these perception checks?
I have an
15.
18 and I can push it if need be.
18's not bad. Anybody else?
I got a real juicy 6.
Ooh. Okay.
I got a
Juicy.
10.
You got a hearty 10.
Hardy.
All right. And what about you, Maze?
15.
Cool. You guys are messed up. You step out of the portal. Agnes isn't here. You're like, I don't care where we are. Dick, did you add anything to that 18?
I can, yes.
Could be helpful.
Oh, we add a 7, making it a 25.
Ooh.
My, my, my.
Incredible. Stunning. I didn't think that you could get it that high.
Mhm.
Okay.
My psionic dice have gone from 6s to 8s.
Oh, snap. Yes, everybody's been leveling up. We are coming to the end game here. Dick, you are probably just as worried as everybody else, but like, are you about Agnes? And you get a good look of what's going on here. Two things that are really important, and one thing that's not really important. Not very important. This inn looks poppin'. There's people here. The other inns that you've been to have been like, you know, one guy and maybe some weird people. This is like a happening town. And you see flyers everywhere for the Festival of the Blazing Sun. And the two important things, number one, on the roof of this inn, you see 7 ravens in a row.
My brothers.
And the other important thing, kind of dazed and dizzy behind you, you came out in front of this inn, but you were like behind a few other buildings. There's like houses scattered around here. Around the other side of the house that you came out of, you see Irina looking super dazed.
Does she look real?
I mean, with a 25, yeah.
Well, I'm about as messed up as a matador on a dairy farm and twice as confused. But I think that's Irina over there, and I wonder if she's real. But seems real.
Uh, she looks over at you and goes, "Oh my, okay. Hey, what has been going on?"
You answer first, you little doppelganger.
Doppelganger?
Yeah, we've seen like 12 of you already, and all of them have poofed away. What did you do with the real Irina? Did you eat her?
What?
There was a fake you, and we thought a real you, but then that one was fake too, and I'm probably dying.
Oh,
Hi. Are you real?
I think so.
Have
So,
you seen Agatha?
no. So we were at the campsite, right?
Mm.
And then a little tiny weird wizard appeared.
This guy?
Yeah, you pulled Egbert into the portal. And then I also went into the portal. You got a
You followed him
weird
to the portal?
mansion. Yeah. If you saw a portal being opened, you're not going to jump through it?
I would for sure jump through. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's true. So you ended up at house with Egbert?
Okay, so it didn't seem like Egbert saw me, and also that mansion was really big. So, and she like opens her coat, and you see just like she is strapped with weapons. She is just like she's like, I found some cool stuff in that mansion. I'm not really sure how long I was there.
Time is fake.
But then everything started falling apart, and I ran through another portal. Seems like I had to like jump off the back of this really weird big mouth creature, and there was like some block
Ah,
guy singing,
fascinating.
maybe.
We were there.
Yeah.
How,
I saw your, like, feet leave the portal. And then I...
is she just openly showing all the stuff she stole from the mage, like right in front of the mage's face?
Yeah.
Incredible.
He looks
I love this
impressed.
woman. So do I.
She's like, all right, so...
You need to tighten up home securities, man.
Where are we?
What a good question. We don't really know.
We should go. Irina, do you know us where we are?
Irina asked you that question. Irina has no idea where you
Oh,
are.
I thought this was Little Mage Man. We should go into the inns there and find a person who looks like they're good at geometry, and we should ask them.
All right.
Isn't
Or topography, either way.
isn't geometry shape math?
Geo means Earth, so no. I don't think so.
You see Mord being,
But I
like,
don't know.
inconsequential. Let's go. Leads you into the inn. This inn is rowdy. There's, like, a whole bunch of people here. You've come in, like, late evening, moving into, like, probably, like, 8 p.m.-ish. People, like, eating all over the place. Big, like, common table in the middle and, like, tables all over. Huge bar at the back, and you see, like, a stout woman, like, scrubbing down the bar, yelling something. You see, like, 3 children running around. Where do you all head?
To the bar.
I want to talk to the stout lady yelling. She seems cool.
Great. You head over to the bar. There's quite a few seats open there. You see the woman notices you all coming together and is like, that's a lot of people for a bar. And she just goes around the bar and there's like 2 dudes sitting having like a heated conversation with one another. They look like, one is like bald, one has long dark hair. They look like they're trappers or hunters or something. They've got like bows and arrows on their back. And they're in a heated argument with one another. She goes around the bar, grabs both of their ears and goes, "What are you doing? Sitting in the middle of my just to get out." And she pushes them over to a table. They look mad, but like they're not gonna mess with her. And she goes back around the bar and goes, "What can I do for you?"
You look like you're really good at genealogy. Can you tell us where we are?
Yes. Yeah. You're new, I assume? Welcome to Valaki.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get that.
What?
Welcome to Valaki.
Oh, this is. Thank you so much. Weren't we were supposed to be here, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised as a penguin at a pig roast, and I'm only half as well dressed. Irina, isn't this the place that you wanted to go? Or was this the place that Mad Maribel, one little child, might have wandered off to?
So
Toy store.
the toy store is here. Blinsky is here. Do you say toy store out loud to her?
I say it out loud just to aha.
She looks at you and goes, "Yeah, Blinsky is here." And you see Irina go, "Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be."
Tiny little magic man, you did it.
Mord looks so proud of himself.
Kind of, mostly.
Oh, I did it. We're here, right?
You
We did
did
it.
it.
Absolutely. Good job, Mord. Good job,
Most
Mord.
of us are here.
All right.
I am actively like still bleeding
Oh,
from everywhere.
let's get you. Seems like you need some food and a room, yeah? All right. You see Mord like shuffles through his so many pockets. His robes have so many pockets, and you see him pull out like a full chicken, put it back, like knives, put them back, and then pulls out a small like satchel of gold and just drops it on the table. She opens it and goes, "Yeah, great. Yeah, what do you want? What do you guys want?"
food, and sleep.
Incredible.
And a
Big
drink.
bed.
Uh,
If you have a place you recommend for like massage, also that is good. We would take that.
what is massage?
Never
Wait,
mind.
do you
Food
know
and
about
sleep
coffee?
would be great. Shh, Diva,
What?
please.
Oh,
We have beer.
Great.
that's good.
Great. She goes behind the bar to fill these like huge steins, and as she goes to turn around, she almost like trips, and you see one little kid be like, "Hey, that's mine," and another one be like, "That is mine, Bray. It's mine," and grabs some sort of like weird little stuffed animal. They run around the bar, knock into some of your stools. She looks unfazed. She's like, just ignore them.
Why are there tiny baby childs in your bar? Is that normal here?
It's my
Moreover,
bar.
why aren't they working? I mean, they seem old enough to be, lifting their own weight.
Tiny fingers, good for delicate work,
Hmm.
like
They
mine's.
they have chores. Don't you worry about it. Just ignore them. This is my bar, so my children get to run around as they please. As long as they don't make too much of a mess. And you see one of them has like tipped over a full like stein of beer from one of the boys she just launched out of there. And they're like, she's like, you clean it up. And the two boys are like pushing each other. And she's like, my husband and I own this inn. If you don't like kids, go find another inn. Good luck in Valaki, but hey.
No,
Oh,
No
kids,
problem.
kids are fine. Not a
Yeah, kids
problem.
are great. I'm more asking from an anthropological point of views. Just where I am from, they say no kids in bars because it's bad or some shit. So I don't know. I think this is cool. Intergenerational bar.
Incredible. As she's talking to you guys and brings you these huge steins of beer, which Mord downs in one and then asks for another, the stein is like the size of his like shoulder head situation. And some like tall, like strapping looking man comes out carrying a full like roasted pig and drops it in front of you. And like wraps his arm around the woman, gives her a kiss on the head, and is like, "Is this enough food?"
Do you have any penguins?
What's a penguin?
Dick, you wanted the penguin at the pig roast?
No, big roast, totally fine. We're good.
I misunderstood. This looks great.
All right. Did they pay for this? And you see the woman like smacks him, and she's like, "Go in the back. Go cook. You're driving me nuts." And he's like, "All right, well, welcome to the Blue Water Inn. That's us. You all look kind of familiar.
Do they look familiar?
Go ahead and make insight or history."
Ooh, that's a 26 insight.
Oh,
17?
Nah, dirty 20.
all right. How'd you do, Egbert?
A 10.
All right. Well, Egbert, I don't remember if you were here for this. I do not believe that you were. So you wouldn't remember anyway. They don't look familiar to you. Maze and Bifa, they do look familiar. I think you're having a hard time placing it. You met a lot of people, and they all kind of like look the same. Everyone's kind of wearing the same grayscale clothes. They're starting to blend into each other. Dick, you recognize this guy as one of the people that you saw on that trip to Wizards of the Wines.
One of the crow people?
Yeah. Raven.
Hot roll.
Familiar? Who's familiar? I never seen anybody like you in my life. What do you think you would do if you saw somebody who looked familiar in these parts?
Talk to them?
Squawk at them. I see. Yes. Very interesting of you to do something like this. I personally do not parlay in squawks, but you seem to. Tell us more about that.
Why don't you eat and then we can talk when the crowd dies down?
Yeah, we'll squawk when when the talk goes down. Yep.
All right. You see his wife pushes him back into the back. And she goes about doing her thing. Anything you guys want to do while you're eating, drinking?
Does she also look familiar or just the man?
Just the guy.
Okay.
That's the guy. That's one of the guys. He's one when we he jumped out the window and got the thing from the cask in the sand with the doodads and the hoo-ha. That's one of the guys.
Oh no.
That feels like a bad thing.
It feels like a not good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good to know. Bad to happen.
Can we eat this food still?
I really want to. Does
I mean-
anybody have a
I'm gonna
thing
eat
to
the
check
food
if
still.
it is poisons or not?
I mean, he didn't recognize us till he came out here,
That's
so it's
true.
probably fine.
Just gonna start shoveling food into my mouth.
Great. Make a constitution. I'm just kidding.
Dick takes the napkin and like wipes his face down and like tucks it in, and it's just like covered in blood.
Nobody is phased. Not a one person in here seems phased about that. Although one of the little kids runs up to you and goes, "Hey, why are you bloody?"
Little person thing. We are
Child murderers. We killed a bunch of little kids who are annoying and leave messes everywhere.
We fought the monsters and we survived, but the monsters got us pretty good. What?
You know who the monsters were?
No.
Babies who didn't listen to their mamas.
Whoa.
Tifa, just eat.
What?
Wait.
Alright.
Do you kill monsters or babies?
Just monsters.
Monsters.
Killing kids is wrong and bad.
Too
It's a
easy.
joke. Learn.
God.
Wow. I killed a rat the other day.
Right?
That's sick as hell, dude.
Yeah.
That's a
You have its
monster,
bones.
kind of.
No.
You should keep the bones. Always
My
keep the
little
bones
brother
of your
wanted
kill.
to do a little, he was like, we have to say some words. And so we had to have a little funeral.
Oh, so you have your brother's really tender-hearted and weak and sappy.
Yeah.
That blows. You should kill him.
I can't.
Just kidding,
Mom
don't do
will be
that.
mad.
Don't.
Definitely
Mm.
don't do that.
Mom will be really mad if I do that.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she worked really hard probably to squeeze him out, so it's a lot of effort down the drain if you just...
Do you know how babies happen?
Yeah, do you not? I can tell you.
It happens when you
Pizza?
push people.
No.
Mom comes around and goes, "Hey, that's enough.
So when? Ah?
Go." And you see the kid go, but leaves anyway.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. I'll find you.
I don't doubt it. You're really weird.
He runs off. I do think that only Dick can make this check. Dick, go ahead and make a history check.
That would be an 11, but I can push it, and I shall,
I'm not sure.
in the hopes of not, because this seems like an important thing. Ah! It wasn't intentional, but it was an 8, so.
Okay, hey, that counts.
So what did I say first? I said
11.
11, so a 19.
19. I don't think you it's not the whole thing, but you're like, we were definitely here we were sent here to deliver Irina however many weeks ago. But you can't quite put your finger on it, but there's something here that you're like, something Madame Eva said is like ringing some bells in here. But it's hard to put your finger on. I don't think you like know right away, but you're just like, you get the sense of, I should know something here. But it's just like, it's that trying to think of a word and it's right on the tip of your tongue, but you can't like grasp it.
Real quick. Sorry. What was the name of the inn?
The Blue Water Inn.
Yeah. Aren't we supposed to find a thing in the water or something?
We're supposed to find something in an ocean that hides lost treasure. In a raven's nest, where we will find the prize.
I mean, if you're right that the Birdman was the Birdman, this might be Raven's Nest, you know?
Ho
Or
hum
ocean.
diddly tea. Raven's life a life for me. Maybe we should take a look around.
Maybe
I
we
saw
should
this.
eat. We should eat first. Finish eating, sleep.
And sleep. Yeah. But look around tomorrow.
Look around tomorrow.
Big
Definitely.
time look around.
I have the sudden and mighty need to use the bathroom.
I bet you do.
Dick, we don't want to know. You don't have to tell us every time you have to do the poops. It's fine. That's
Okay,
it. That's what we call inside thought.
You know I have trouble with that, Beefa. That's not fair.
Do know.
He
You're
does
getting
have
better.
trouble with inside thoughts are not his forte. We know this.
Can Dick duck underneath the table and roll stealth?
Do not poop under the table, Dick.
You must roll with disadvantage as Beefa calls out your spot.
If you do it again, this time, I will kill you. But can I also, since I didn't mean to blow up his spot, can I sneakily give him a little Bardic or something to help him?
If Beefa is actively trying to help Dick, you may do that.
I would like to
Okay.
help. Once I realize, like, oh, I see what he's doing. Okay, I'll give him a little help.
What is your bardic now?
I don't know.
6, I think, is a D8 still.
D8. Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Okay.
I'll start yelling, "Don't poop under the table," like in the direction of the bathroom, as if I'm yelling to you as you go over there.
So this is nutty. I rolled a 5 with disadvantage, plus 6 with the bardic makes 11, plus 11 makes a 22.
Incredible. You bob under the table. Where are you headed?
I am headed towards, like, I'm assuming that there's maybe like a hallway past like the bar or somewhere like sort of bathroom adjacent that maybe has the kitchen or maybe like side rooms kind of to it. Is there something like that here?
Looking around, you see the general layout is you walk in, tables, bar, kitchen behind the bar, probably like expanding out that way. There is a large staircase up on the side, you think that probably goes up to the rooms. And if you look up from where you're standing, you can see like the hallways of the floor above you. Like in a hotel, if you like look down the railing, you can kind of see the lobby.
Got it. Any like manager's office or anything like that, like something that kind of stands out as maybe more private or something?
Not on this floor. But when you were outside, I think you would have understood that this has 3 floors. This has 3 floors to it.
I was about to say Raven's Nest. We go up. So Dick would like to I mean if we're gonna if we can flavor this a little bit, without breaking the game. Like when Dick dives underneath the table, like a bunch of tentacles like shoot up from the floor as like darkish shadows and just kind of envelop him, and he like turns into a little puddle, and it just sort of like scurries across the floor and like up the stairs.
Yeah. You head up the stairs. You are a shadow. You make it up the stairs. Not first floor. You were just on the first floor. The second floor looks like, what does it look like? Hilarious. I probably should have looked at this before, but I was correct. There is a big staircase, and you went upstairs. Dun, 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 dun. So as you get up the stairs, you see like a door right in front of you, a long hallway, and then another door. So like door, all the way down the hallway.
When I look at the ceiling, is there any like clear like attic door latch or something like that?
No.
And there's no other staircases.
There's another, if you like go down the hallway goes straight and then makes a left. And there's a staircase down at the bottom over there.
I don't want to go too far, and I also don't want to take up too much time, but can I go up the staircase and just kind of peek around real quick?
Sure. The doors are closed. I think you would understand that these are like the rooms that they have to rent. So
Yeah.
are you opening the door? Are you trying to go inside?
Sure.
Great. You open the first door, and there's probably stuff in there. Hold, please. Is that correct? Yes. You open the door. Looks like a normal bedroom, but there's like nothing in here. It's like a bed, dresser, like covers folded down, but there's nothing else in here.
Okay. I mean, I would love to scurry and like go up the staircase and just at least have a quick look before I return. I don't know if investigating the rooms is going to be particularly helpful.
There are only staircases going down.
Oh.
And I think as you sneak down the hallway, you feel a little tug on the back of your jacket. And you see one of the little kids go, "Psst, that was my mom and dad's room."
Oh, was it, little child baby thing? Tell me, is there a nest in your parents' room, perchance?
What?
You know, like, do they keep birds or anything weird like that?
No.
Okay, so I am a private investigator person, and I am a keeper of many secrets. Many secret. Yes.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Are you also a monster?
Absolutely not.
I
Why
saw
would
a big shadow monster go when you went under the table to poop.
Interesting. Well, that's what I'm after, actually, and I think it went into your parents' room. And we should be very quiet about that while I go investigate. And here's what you're going to do. Dick takes out his tinder box, and he gives the child the makings to make a fire, and says, "If I give this to you, then you will be very quiet about my monster hunting. Is that right?
Yeah.
You will
Yep.
tell nobody about this as I quickly check the perimeter, and I will tell your parents later when they're ready and when they're safe. But it's very important right now that you go play with fire."
Ask him how to get to the third floor.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage. This kid looks delighted.
Okay, it's a 14. I can push it if need be.
Probably.
All right, we'll push it. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
You see the kid goes, like, looks at the little tinderbox in his hand and then back up at you and goes, You're a real monster hunter?
Real monster hunter.
Whoa. Okay. Where should I set a fire?
Oh, I mean, that adventure, follow the compass in your heart, young adventurer. But
Okay.
perhaps I could give you a suggestion if you tell me if there's a way up to the third floor.
There is not a third floor.
Oh, dear, dear, dear little child baby, that might be where the monster's going. And I don't know if they believe your ruse as much as I might, because you seem like you would be quite a good deceiver.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. But you can't tell anybody that I told you.
Keeper of secrets.
Keeper of secrets. Okay. He grabs your hand. His hand is so sticky for no reason and pulls you back into uh his parents' room, which again, weird that it's his parents' room and there's nothing in here. And pulls you all the way to the back of the wall. And he goes, there was a knock that we are supposed to do. And he does some sort of like incredibly complicated knock on this like part of the wall that like presses in a bit and then moves to the side. And you see it opens up into like a horseshoe shaped room with another drop down. And if you go over and look over the side, you see like stables and bales of hay beneath you, and up where you are there's just like a dirty floor. There's not really anything else in there.
Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna go set a fire.
Go set a fire. Very good boy.
Pew! He's out of there.
Dick is going. Can Dick remember the knock at all, or is it just like beyond him? Like he's not a jazz musician. Like,
Go ahead and make. The fun part of my job is figuring out what skill these things are and remembering a knock. History? Spoiler alert to those at home, I just make everything up. What'd you get, Dick?
a 7. Does the knock seem important to unlocking it, or is this just something, some fanfare?
A little bit of both. You know where it is. You know that it needs some sort of pressure to open. There's probably a sequence that matters, but it seems like this is like how they got the kid to remember it.
Got it. Okay, last thing, and then I'm going back to the table. Can Dick like disguise one of his pitons in the door to like make it look like it's closed, but to keep it just open a little crack?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gonna finagle that, and maybe and leave everything else as it was as much as possible.
Great.
He's gonna close the door, and he's gonna like scurry down the steps and like scurry over to the bathroom and then make a big scene of just, well, I feel about 10 pounds lighter. Oh, what a wonderful time in the bathroom. Very clean, very well taken care of.
So, Dick, the bathroom is an outhouse.
I am a confused old man indeed, and somebody might want to go check that water closet over there. There might be something in the mop bucket, and he's gonna go sit at the table.
You see another kid, not the one you gave a tinderbox to, go towards the water closet.
A brave child.
Curious. They're curious little nuggets. All right. You come back. Everybody's eating. Is anyone like drinking a lot in order to get silly, or are you just drinking because that's what's there?
It has been placed in front of me, and it is a liquid.
Great. If anyone thinks that they are starting to become inebriated, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't think I would try to not get a little
This is what I'm
wasted.
saying.
Dick is drinking coffee.
Great.
I'm drinking to forget the worms.
No, Egbert.
No.
18.
Great. Egbert, you're holding it down. You're feeling a little bit, but you're all right.
19.
What'd you say?
19.
19. You're in a similar boat. You're like, you've had stronger stuff than this. How you doing, Mace?
Oh, no.
15.
Great. You're also doing okay. You're from zombie apocalypse land. You're all right. It's strong ale out here, and you guys are there for quite some time as people start filtering out, and you see Danica, the woman behind the bar, comes out and is like, "All right, if you're not staying here, you're out. Go, Watcher Brothers, get out." And you see those two who were arguing before, like, but leave. She's like, "You in the corner." You see just one like small man in the corner reading a newspaper, is like, but leaves. And then you guys are alone. Except you hear a little. Actually, I don't know if you hear anything. So that's not what's happening.
Is the very tiny freak wizard still with us?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mord's got to make a Constitution save, too.
Yeah, how drunk's that tiny wizard?
Yeah. Mord is asleep under the table.
Excellent.
Mord rolled a
Bless.
natural 1. So Mord passed out.
I mean, he did down a beer instantly that was as big as his head or bigger, and then
He
presumably down
continued to
another.
do that.
Bless.
Kids at home, don't do that. It's horrible. Nobody likes it.
Bad.
It makes you feel
Drink
really
water.
bad.
Not worth it.
Mord will feel really bad in the morning.
I
More
will make
ways
him
than
hangover
one.
cured. But I will also yell at him that you should drink as many waters as you drink boozes. This is how you don't, and don't drink the sugar ones. Ugh, he's old enough to know betters. Dick, I have a lot of questions for you because you pooped for a long time. But also, it's a little bit feels like the god in my head that I sometimes refer to as Doobie. Perhaps has something else to happen. But I have questions for you if we have time.
You do have time. So, like, while you're all eating and drinking and Dick comes back, you have some time to debrief.
So, first of all, Dick, do you eat fiber?
Do I eat fiber?
Yeah.
Never heard of the stuff, honestly.
I could tell because you took so long pooping. I think you need to examine your diet maybe to include more fiber so it doesn't take you as long. Also, what secrets did you find?
Found many secrets. Namely, that the bathroom is not in the tavern. That was a mistake of mine, but I think I covered it smoothly.
Wait, I thought that the bathroom thing was a cover-up for, like, doing the searching arounds. Were you actually pooping? Did you actually poop? Nick, you can't poop in mox buckets.
No, Bifa, I haven't pooped in weeks. The important part here is that I went and scurried upstairs and I found
What?
What do you mean?
Oh no.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Did you
You
poop upstairs?
you lied. You sneak away.
Hey, so
Sneaking.
No, I was getting to it, Maze. Maze. Maybe you should slow down on the old. Anyway, I would never tell you what to do. So I went around. I went around the place, and there's not a staircase leading upstairs, which is weird, very weird. But I went into some rooms, and I found, through my astute detecting, a secret passage that we might have to wait until the morning to investigate because it's in the innkeeper's room.
The innkeeper's room. You broke into the innkeeper's room to poop?
I break into a lot of places. What?
That's fair. What was in there? Like, what was in there?
A child and some secret wall mechanism thing. It was fine. We worked it out.
They're keeping a baby hidden in the walls? That's bad.
It's okay. I mean, like they're off playing with fire. It's okay. I'm more concerned about us getting good rest and what we are going to say when what's his squawker comes back and talks to us. I'm sure he's about to come out of the kitchen any moment.
On that
I don't
note,
fully understand what y'all went through with him, but is it safe to sleep here?
oh, Eggberg! We didn't tell you! Turned into a bird now. That's sick as hell.
Beef is
Yeah,
cursed.
I am cursed.
What?
Yep.
I can
You
turn
turned
into
into a bird?
Yep.
Raven specifically. I'm a were Raven.
God.
I have Raventhropy
Raven.
or something. So
That's what it's
we
called.
should
now.
probably it's called Raventropy. We should probably use that to our advantage since he is one of the Ravens peoples and I am also now one of the Ravens peoples. I could maybe infiltrate their Raven ranks at some point. But we should find out what he knows first and not tell him that we are kind of anti-Raven, except for me, because I'm a good Raven.
We also found a doodad in their hideout, and I'm not sure if Agnes had that, so we might be out of a doodad. So that might actually work in our favor if they look for our doodads.
I don't have any doodads.
I can't even remember really what we found, but it was the one that was in the sand and wood. That was the one.
I don't remember. Oh,
You found
sorry,
an
go ahead.
amulet, a like sun-shaped amulet with a large red stone in the center.
Right.
Oh, I would
Was mine.
love to examine it.
I think
That
Agnes
sounds like
had
Agnes has it.
I'll
Agnes,
draw you a picture
right.
on this napkin. I just
Oh,
draw like
Agnes
a
has that
circle
right
with.
now?
I'm pretty sure Agnes was the one who pulled it out of the barrel.
We love to see it. Great.
I'm gonna draw Egbert a really convincing like first grade sun with like a little smiley face and like the little rays coming off of it and be like, it looked like this.
That's really helpful, Beef. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
It did
Also,
look like
Egbert,
that.
how are you? Like, how are you?
Did the wizard force you to kill other worms before we got there?
No. I had a fantastic time with the Mad Mage. He's really a mentor to me. Uh, I missed you all, but also it was some of the best time I've had during this entire adventure.
What did he steal you for?
I'm not clear on whether I was stolen. He did single me out. I think it was for my research.
It was a little light egg napping.
You hear Mord from under the table go, worm research. Research about the worms for the holes. For wormholes. Wormholes. Worms. He falls back asleep.
Oh, that's right, the wormholes. Oh my God.
Did you learn interesting things about worms and their holes?
You see, you can't have a wormhole without beginning with a worm.
I hate this.
That makes so much sense, Egbert.
Frankie
Wow.
is very upset. Dick is confused.
Maze is confused but delighted.
Can you make a wormhole if we find you a worm?
Oh, I never thought about that.
That would be a useful party trick to have.
Maybe try it. Yeah, a large enough worm.
Egbert,
Or a very small wormhole.
you you do know the basics of how to do that now. You like watched Mord do that same thing. You need quite a bit of magic for that to work.
I don't have any magic. But I
I
do
have
have can
magic.
do.
You have what?
Can do.
I see what you did there. I bet the little boy that is playing with fire inside the walls, I bet he would find you a worm pretty quick.
You just
So
hear a
true.
kid outside being like, "I have fire!" Pew.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I feel like someone's mother is gonna be upset about fire. I don't know.
Probably. I do think it's about around this time that everyone closes down. You see Danica like pulling her son back inside, Tinderbox in the other hand, being like, "Which one of you? Which one of you gave my son this?"
I point at the mad mage under the table.
She kicks him. He's like, "What?" She's like, "He almost lit the well on fire. You know how difficult it is to light a well on fire?" And Moore's like, "I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's hard." She kicks him again and he falls asleep.
We'll keep better watches on him next time. I'm so sorry about him giving your son fire.
Is this the Mad Mage of Mount Bartok? Yeah. He's kind of a nuisance to everybody. I guess thanks for dealing with him, maybe?
Deal.
So
He just kind of
I just
been making explosions in that mountain for a while.
why though? It seems
No
like a
one
waste of
knows.
time. Just making explosion for fun. Does he often kidnap people?
He hasn't been here super long.
What about
Mm,
egg napping? Does he do much egg napping?
yes, does he nap eggs?
That sounds right.
Mm,
Not exactly sure what that means. That sounds correct.
I know all about it. It's bad.
We're kind of in the middle of staging a carefrontation with the Mad Mage and looking to take care of him in the future, so he's in good hands.
But since you've known him in this, like you know him here, and know what kind of mage he's like, maybe you have some things we think we help that you think we should add to our confrontation, like suggestions or things that you might do if you were to confrontate a mage like him, specifically that.
No, I really specifically don't deal with mages. I run my bar, I deal with my family, and that's it.
That's super fair. Speaking of your family, the big man is husband man, bald. I think I forget.
Yes,
Was he bald?
Erwin.
Erwin! He
Yes.
said that he was going to come tell us secrets about something. I don't remember, but it sounded interesting.
I didn't hear secrets, but all right. She's like, he'll be out in a moment. Do you need anything else? Anything I can get you? I don't know what you all are talking about, so I'll leave you to it. I gotta go deal with these children. And you hear the child like on the stairs having fully collapsed, being like, "My fire!" Sobbing. His brother's like rubbing his back. He's like, "It's okay. We'll find you more fire." His mom was like, "You will not. I have to go deal with this." So ask Erwin for whatever you need. You guys, second floor. We have one room. It's got 2 beds. So
We're
Pretty
good
cuddle.
friends.
It's good.
I love the floor.
fantastic. All right.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. I hope you sleep and that your babies are not monsters at night.
Me too. See you for breakfast. And she like ushers the kids up the stairs. You're probably alone for like 10-ish minutes before Erwin comes out. He comes and sits by you, brings another round, sits down and looks at you all and says, "You were at the winery."
Yeah, you were also.
Yes. Not you, though.
I, I'm with them though.
All right. So that wasn't great. What were you all doing there?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Not a clue.
You don't know. You came through a portal, so I assume somebody sent you there?
Yeah, it was the creepy witchy lady, right?
Maybe it was a creepy mouse from some other town where we came from.
It was the creepy mouse that used to be married to Little Mage and was like, "You should go find my ex-husband and fix
Ah,
him." And they
Strahd's
sent us to
mom.
the winery.
That was the one.
Yes, Strahd's thumb is a very interesting thing that we definitely have heard many stories about as we've been walking through portals.
I'm going
I
to
read
need
that
deception
book.
checks from everybody, please. Except Egbert, who's not deceiving anybody.
Well, I did no deceptions.
That's true. You
You
told
are
the plain
correct.
ass truth.
Bifa and Dick are the only people allowed to make deception checks.
I have a dirty 20 and oh no, I'm not going to push it. I'm running out of pushes.
What do we got over
I
there?
can't remember. Do I roll with advantage or do I round up to 10? I think I round up to 10. Because it's a charisma situation.
Charisma situation. I don't remember.
I have a thing. Please hold. I'm sorry.
This game has a lot of rules, a lot of rules, a
Na,
lot
na,
of
yeah.
rules.
Na, na, na.
So many rules
Ah,
for one game. You would think I would have known them all by now, but I don't.
there's too many to
Impossible.
know.
I really should figure it out, but it's tough. It's tough out here.
Impossible.
Ah, I found it.
What do you
Okay. Deception. Sorry. 17.
17 deception, and what about you there, Dick?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and a 17. Great. 17 and 20, so the median of that would be like 18 and a half. I'll give you guys 19.
Thank you, Nubi.
You're welcome. You're all talking at the same time. His eyes lock on Maze as he hears Strahd's mom. And he was like, "So you're working for Baba Lusaga?"
No, not working for, not present tense. No, she just sent us to do that one thing, that one time.
Do you know her?
Yes. We all know her.
Is she also a menace like the mage?
No one is a menace like the mage.
Fair.
That seems true.
That sounds true.
All right. So
Do you know her and hate her? Know her and love her? Know her
she's
and
actively trying to kill myself and all of my family, so
horrible. Why
We
would
didn't
anyone
know that. If we
do
had
that?
known that, we might not have done what she wanted us to.
I don't think we did what she wanted us
Wasn't
to.
that?
I'm gonna kick
What do you
Maze under the
mean not?
table. We did not. We tried, and remember that was the one that failed kind of bad.
Dick is going to like not touch Maze, but just put a hand in front of Maze's face and say, "Can I level with you, man?
sure.
We've got something interesting in the works here. We you heard of a double cross before?
Yes.
Well, this is a triple cross, maybe even a quadruple cross. We are crossing so many times you could call us shoelaces on boots. We are actually crisscrossing like tic-tac-toe. The thing that's happening here is that we came here to help you as we investigate the terrible goings-ons of the Strahd sorts of things that happen in Barovia.
You mentioned Strahd and are kind of alluding to the fact that you're trying to get him? And
More investigating.
more investigating. What are you looking for?
As in like a check or
Like looking at this guy when you say that, what are you looking for?
I'm looking to see I'm looking to see if, because he's already expressed a lot of discomfort with Strahd's mother, if that carries over to Strahd themselves.
Make an insight check. You can do it with advantage. So many insights.
17, and I can push.
I think 17, you see, he has a look of distaste on his face at the mention of Strahd. Doesn't seem like a Strahd fan.
So what we were doing was actually intel gathering, and you just unfortunately happened to be part of that process. But
Also,
no harm, no foul.
I think foul is offensive to bird people.
Oh,
I
pardon
would
me.
say some harm, a lot of foul. But our friend Bifa is also. Never mind.
Your
I'm
friend
also
Bifa
a really
is-
good singer. Would you like to hear my songs?
Make a deception check, Bifa.
Maze, you are just like, every time we put up a ladder in this grave, you are just digging the hole deeper and breaking the ladder at the same time.
What?
Maze is snapping the ladder in half to use it as a shovel. I got another 17 on my Decepti.
Bifa's also a bird person.
He... You say my friend Bifa is also... He looks directly at you and goes, it worked, right?
Yeah, okay. I panic on the inside. I will level with you, my dude. I've been trying to become a Raven trope for a long time. So honestly, I was gonna not say anything just to make sure we were cool. But like, thank you so much. How do I join your club of Ravens?
You see, he looks around, looks back at you all, and says, I don't think this is the best place for this conversation.
Do you have a nest we could go to?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh!
Can I
I
help?
got a 20?
Wade, because I have been so horribly honest with him.
You certainly may. Bifa did just get a nat 20, so this is where we are now.
It would be what kind of check? Not that it matters.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Well, it would be a 27 if we're counting, but it is a nat 20.
Nat 20. I think he looks at you and says, all right. And he's going to bring you all upstairs and into the second bedroom, which is the one that you all will be crashing in. There's 2 beds, is a very little. But he looks around, closes the door, and then pushes up on one of the ceiling tiles, and it moves, and a rope drops down. And he goes, follow me. He does not use the rope to get up. He transforms into a raven and goes up.
I'm gonna do the same.
Great.
This is so cool. Hey, Eggberg, check it out.
Oh,
So just a
Oh my
reminder,
God.
you cannot speak while you are a bird, but you can definitely tell everybody before you're a bird.
Yes. I wanna a la, what's his face from What We Do in the Shadows, when he says bat and becomes a bat. Bird!
Nightmare. Okay, so you go up. Anyone who's climbing the rope, I need an athletics check or a acrobatics check to get up there.
$15 acrobatics.
That'll do it.
30-20.
Great.
11.
Oh no.
Egbert.
We tie rope to you, pull you up, maybe? Huh? Heave ho.
I think you're all
I'm
up
not-
there. You can just pull Egbert up. Incredible.
A
You
web.
you pull Egbert up the stairs, up the rope, all the way at the top. So bypassing where you were before, Dick. You are at like the top of the building. And there are like tall walls on either side, but there's no roof where you are. And there are just like huge bales of hay covered in ravens. Erwin comes back to himself. You see Danica appears next to him, shifting out of the form that she was in. And you see two little birds who are squawking, but do not change.
Baby birds.
They're so cute. I will also change back
You
into
change back.
person form.
He looks at you and says, "We should be safe here. What exactly are you trying to do? Are you on our side? Or are you on his?"
We're not on his. I don't think I know enough about yours to agree to be on yours.
I'm a bird, and you are a bird, and also friend of the guy I really want to sleep with is my friend. So I think you and us are on the same side.
He looks enormously confused about that.
That's fair.
He's
You
like,
know, enemy of my frenemy is my friend that I with benefits.
"So you worked for Bobby Lee's Saga and also
More like we're waylaid in the woods by Babali Saga, but yes.
Yeah, that was a run me an errand for your life kind of situation. Not really a willing participation.
Press ganged, if you will.
Yep.
I will also note
She's
that behind you all, because I forgot to say this, Irina drags Mord up the stairs and puts him into one of the beds. She's like, "I'll just be here. I'm good."
God bless.
You all go up. They all look at you, and Danica steps forward and says, "Strahd has been a blight on this land as long as we've been here. Our wine has gone bad because of the disrepair he's let the winery fall into. Our homes are disgusting, and the Burgermeister... Ugh,
What?
the Burgermeister.
He's
Oh, the
like
Burger Man!
in charge of town, right?
He's in the fancy part of town, yeah.
Did we meet the Burger Man? Or we just heard about the Burger Man?
We heard about the Burger
I think
Man.
you've heard about the Burger Man. That is who Irina is supposed to go see.
Mmm. Got it. Why? I have a question. So,
Great.
Strahd is vampire, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, vampires, in all versions of vampires, they're loving wine. Why would he mess up wine?
Who knows why he does anything?
Also, follow-up question, and this will sound like I'm being mean, I swear to yous I am not. Uh, but, so he makes your house stinky and your wine bad. Those are bad things. I don't know if blight is maybe word for it. Oh, so like, help me fill in the gap.
Well, his servants come in fairly often to steal all of the money that we make, to destroy our inn as much as they possibly can. The wolves tear anybody to pieces that they run into. There are ghosts and undead and so many servants of Strahd, and we are fairly powerless against that.
So it's like a federal government is Strahd here.
I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get it. That's bad. We should get in and get rid of him.
I mean, that's sort of what we've been shooting for, right?
Yeah, more or less. How can we help you, Bird Man? Erwin, you said?
The only way you can help us is the only way that you can help any of us in any of the towns in Barovia, which is breaking this curse.
That means killing Strahd, I assume.
It's hard to kill Strahd. I don't even know if it's possible.
What about neutralizing Strahd? What if we
Hmm.
just locked him in his own dungeon? Would that do?
Strahd has a strange dominion over this place. I believe that you could kill him with daylight, which, as you can see, is not a resource that we have actively.
How would one go about obtaining daylight in a land where the sun is not?
He looks at you all and says, "Were a spell cast where you would have to answer truthfully, would you be willing to do so?"
Yep. Huh?
If we could cast a spell
Hmm.
to find the truth, would you be willing to step into that?
Yep.
I don't think I'm understanding. We step into the spell?
Another bird like transforms into just like a skinny dude, and he does some huge magic, and you see like a big like interrogation room spotlight, and Erwin goes there.
So are you asking us if we would tell you truth?
If you
we
go in
are
there,
we willing...
you have to tell me the truth.
So basically, are we willing to take the truth serum? Basically.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, probably. I don't know. What do we think, gang?
I'm down. I don't care.
Maze, we know you are.
Well,
You are an honest drunk, and it's beautiful to behold, but bad for secrets and trust building.
not even drunk.
See, that's what they say when they are their drunkest.
Aoife,
Dick and Egbert, how do you feel about secrets and keeping them or not?
I have nothing to hide.
I am a steward of many secrets and many sneakings and things of this nature. I will do the honor of stepping into this ring, but if I cannot speak of the secret, I will remain silent.
We accept these terms. Do you all step under the spotlight?
Yep.
Dick walks in and immediately taps it, so it starts swinging back and forth.
The magical light.
I'm right at home now.
The magical
Or did
light
you
somehow
jump up and down
swings.
the-
What'd you say, Egbert?
You jump up and down to tap it. How did you get up there?
Oh, it feels like party now. We have
Part of the
strobe
vibe,
lights,
it's
we
part
have
of the
mosh
vibe.
pits. I'm gonna start setting a little layer down on my guitar.
We're cultivating a mood.
I'm gonna have
Nice.
spasms. What are your questions?
Do you intend to destroy Strahd and break this curse?
Yes.
Intend to break whatever of Strahd's I can.
Do you work for Strahd?
He is going to wait for you all to answer that question.
Oh,
No.
Yes.
Do we?
as much as I'm terrified, it seems I have no choice.
Dick, are you going to answer the question?
It seems as though it aligns with our current objective.
You like can all feel the ghost of Agnes being like, yes. And Erwin nods, steps under the light himself, and says, I do not work for Strahd. I wish to see Strahd dead and this curse broken.
Mm-hmm. English quid pro baseball, indeed. Eye for an eye, tit for tat.
Erwin seems fairly confused, holds his hand out for you to shake. I need everybody to make a perception check.
You were about to say saving throw. I was about to throw my computer.
No, not a saving throw. That's the information that they needed from you. What'd you get, Dick?
Natural
Ooh,
20.
Natural 20.
That's a dirty 20.
Great.
I got a
It's-
filthy 21.
Stunning.
Samesies.
Great.
Oh.
I think everybody kind of notices at the same time, like, something is lighter in this room, right? Like, it's pitch black outside. It's the dead of night. There's no ceiling, no lighting in here. You're all, like, kind of squinting outside of this big light that's now in the center. But something off, like, under one of these hay bales looks pretty light. And Dick, you can hear some sort of, like, grumbling coming from that direction.
Can I go kick the hay bale out of the way?
You kick the hay bale out of the way, and you hear in your head a voice go, "Well, I never."
Hello?
Hello. You see the handle of a sword there underneath the hay bale.
Ha ha ha! Yes! I grab it.
Ah!
Sorry. Can I take you out?
Who are you?
My name is Maze. I think you're really cool.
I am very cool. Well, in fact, I'm very hot.
Great. Would you like to be perceived?
Well, all right. And there is a glow as instead of a blade that comes from the handle, it is pure light. And you are like, you can see that daylight, like, do not look right at it.
Did you just flirt with a sword successfully?
I
Only
don't
Maze,
know.
man.
Well, do you
Can
like,
I take you out?
somebody tell me that I'm pretty?
Of course, you're beautiful. You're stunning. You're
Thank you.
incredible. Can
Yes.
would you like to come with me?
Do you wish to kill Strahd?
More than anything in the world, baby.
Let us go.
Yes.
That... I do not have the proper words with which to call Strahd in this moment. But he has taken something from me.
Was it the rest of you?
What?
What was it the rest of you?
My crystal blade. My crystal blade! He's taken it. Destroyed it. Destroyed me,
Well-
but not all of me. Not all of me! Again,
We'll
just
get
a
you
sword.
back.
No face.
We gonna get you back.
Do you have a name, sword?
I am the Sun Sword.
You're like some kind of crazy cosmic light saber. It's the weirdest thing that I've ever seen, and you speak.
I am not a saber. I am a sword. A great sword.
May I offer you a real name?
A real name?
A full name, a whole name?
Well, I suppose.
Light blood?
Light blood. Sun Sword Light Blood. Is that my whole name?
Yep.
That is perfect. I accept. And I accept your call to adventure.
Have a new best friend. I have a new best friend.
Let us go now.
We go,
Right.
we go, we go, we
Well,
go. Oh.
well,
Did we sleep?
we need to rest.
We go now.
You two go do whatever you want. We are sleeping.
We,
Maze cannot do whatever they want. Maze is near dead.
You should sleep, Maze.
Maze, you are dead?
I'm very close to dead.
Oh
Nearly.
no, not again.
Breathing down dead snack, you could say.
Not again. All right. We must rest. Ravens, we must rest. And you see all the ravens, and Erwin and Danica are both like, please take it. Please take it.
Okay.
All right. Well, to bed. And you see you're led out of the attic, or out of the nest. You have found the sun sword. You have now found 3 of the things that you need in the quest against Strahd. You have your ally. You have, somewhere, Agnes has something. And Maze has the sun sword. Sun sword, blood, obviously. You're tucked away, Danica, like, closes up the door and is like, it's best to keep yourselves all in here for the night. I'm sure somebody saw that daylight. So rest well. We'll see you in the morning. Anything you all want to do before you fall asleep?
Well, I hate myself for saying it, but we may want to dim your glow just a bit. Light blood. Sorry.
Everyone always wants
Just
to
for
dim
now,
my
just
glow.
for now. Just for now, just until we go kill Strahd.
Does my light hinder your sleep?
No, but it does attract a lot of attention from the bad guys.
We are stealthing. A stealthing mission?
Yes, we stealth. We stealth.
Light goes away.
Incredible.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And just the hilt goes, all right, now. Stealthy it is. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
This brings a
Will you
whole
tell us a
into the light of my life.
Incredible. What are you saying, Beeffoot?
I was going to ask it to tell us a story. Bedtime.
All right, everybody settle down. I tell you a story. Everybody settled? We are all settled? Once upon a time, I was a beautiful, unique blade. Molded by someone whose name I can't quite remember. But I was once wielded by the great Sergei von Zarovich. Nobody is reacting. Do you understand who this is?
I think that was my swim coach.
Sergei von Zarovich?
I think so. His name was Sergey. Was he on the Ukrainian Olympic swim team in like the late 90s?
No.
Oh, different Sergey. Never mind. This is great.
Sergei was Strahd's brother.
Oh shit.
Dum dum dum. The sword does the dum 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 for you.
So you belong to Strahd's brother? Probably not belong. You were friend of Strahd's brother at one point?
I thought this was a story. Is this question time or is it story time?
Story time, sorry.
It is story time! Please. In my prime, my platinum hilt shone with all the blazing glory of 1,000 suns, and my crystal blade, so sharp, So perfect, cutting down Sergei's enemies at every turn. Somehow this sword has turned into Alan Cumming from the Traders. Strahd one day employed a great wizard named Kazan to destroy me. Can you believe it? Destroy me! Ridiculous. In order to destroy me, you must separate my crystal blade from the hilt. My crystal blade was taken, destroyed. But luckily for me, a young man whose name was never given to me, the apprentice of the great Kazan, took my hilt and hid me here, far away from Strahd's reach, because Strahd is afraid. You see, Strahd is afraid of me and my power and the light that I wield. Go to bed.
Thank you for the story.
That was a story, and now you're asleep. Great.
Maze is curled up on the floor, no pillows, no blankets, just cradling the hilt of this sword.
To be held once again. You all fall asleep? Incredible. You wake the next morning. Everything is regular. You hear the boys running through the hall being like, I want more fire! We're not supposed to have fire anymore. We can't do it. Mom said no. But what if we could? What if we could? We're supposed to be giving them... And you all hear a knock on the door.
Hello?
The door bounces open, and two very awake little boys run in, and they go, hello, we were sent here. And then they take a plate out that's just like piled high with like biscuits and eggs and like some sort of like smoked meat, and they put it in front of you. They're both carrying it because it's very heavy. And then the little one goes up to Dick and goes, hi, you look really sleepy. Are you okay?
We're spinning up the old turbines there, young man. It's all we're coming online here.
Oh, I found this, and I think it has your name on it, but I didn't show it to Mom in case it was a monster thing.
What did you find, and how did you know my name?
I don't know. And hands you a letter and runs out the door. The letter indeed says, on the outside, Dick the Duck Malarkey, Bifa Yerky, Egbert Allwhite, and Maze. Really specifically, no Agnes on there.
And only Maze, not Maze's full name.
Yeah.
Dude, we can't remember Maze's full name.
Amazing Grace,
Who amongst us?
something of sorrows.
Kinda.
Dipped. What's your full name again?
Amazing Grace of Sorrows, Cam.
Oh, I was so close. All right.
Sure.
Dick, do you open the letter?
Dick drops it on the bed and goes, hold on. We have to make sure it's safe. He pulls out a pair of gloves and he begins to inspect it thoroughly, maybe dust it for fingerprints, which I don't think works on paper. And it seems pretty safe to me. And a little tentacle knife extends out from between his fingers, and he uses it as a letter opener.
Incredible.
Pulls it out and goes, huh? No, it's safe. Anyway,
Incredible. You open it up. Maze, you hear from wherever you're holding the sun sword be like, is it dangerous? Do we need to be worried? Do you need light? Do you need daylight?
Not yet. I will let you know as soon as we need daylight. As
Uh,
soon as we need daylight, you will be the first to know.
You cannot see the sword do anything as it is a sword hilt, but you'd get a strong sense of disappointment. And then he stops talking.
That's fair.
The letter reads as follows: My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. One of you is already here. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Signed, Strahd von Zarovich. So sorry, signed your host, Strahd von Zarovich.
Awful. Hate that, but we do have to go.
The only
We should.
thing more crooked than Strahd is my back after 40 years in this game, and I really am starting to not like him.
That's fair.
We gotta go. We have to go get Agnes.
Well, what do we do about Irina? It feels like the play is, hey, come on to my castle. This is the person I've been trying to get forever. Just come on by.
You see, Irina's still in the room and looks up and says, I can head to the Burgomaster's place. Stay here. I'm supposed to be in Valaki anyway.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's supposed to leave you though?
we could take her to the Burgermeisters,
That's not a
and
bad
then
idea. Kind of
oh,
deposit.
but I think we should go. We gotta go get Agnes.
We do have to go get Agnes.
Agnes is so rude to Strahd. We gotta go get her. She's gonna get herself killed.
Maybe we should wait a little bit so that she can torture him a bit more. I mean, soften him up.
He's gonna torture her a lot more.
Maybe, but maybe not. Honestly, now that I think about it, if anybody
I,
would drive him absolutely mad, it would be Agnes.
I mean,
Yes, if anyone would kill her without a second thought, it's Strahd.
well, Agnes is like half feather, and if she's anything like a turkey, those things are like body armor. It's quite crazy how strong wild turkeys are.
That is true.
I
I wouldn't
don't
know
want to
firsthand. I grew
arrive
up in
to
the
find
city.
our friend plucked.
That's true. But wait one moment. We have three things, but don't we need four? There's the thing behind the amber doors, and I'm afraid if we
There's.
show up at Strahd's unfully equipped, we might just be not getting out of there.
Did we
Uh,
get the ocean thing?
We did get the ocean thing.
Which one was the
Mord
ocean?
is so hungover. Mord is having a rough morning. He's curled up in the smallest ball that he can be on the bed, like eating a piece of the smoked meat, just like bit by bit, and goes, "What are you looking for? Did you say amber doors?
Um,
Yes.
You say
what
amber
you
doors?"
seek lies in a pile of treasures under a set of, or behind a set of amber doors.
I found that.
You what?
I found it
Where?
at the Amber Temple.
Where?
At the Amber Temple.
Where
There's-
is
Where's
You
that?
know nothing about this land.
No,
We
we
got
just got
here a
here.
week ago.
Hopeless.
We've been
Hopeless.
here for like a few days. Where is that?
It's in Barovia. Doesn't matter. I found it.
Can you take us to there?
Do you need to go to the Amber Temple? Or, and he, like, opens a small bag that he has, like, attached. This dude has stuff everywhere. Like, looks like a sparkly, like, wizard costume that you would buy in like a Spirit Halloween, and all of like the stars are little pockets, and he puts his whole hand into a very small star, and his hand like disappears into this extra dimensional space. He goes, hold on, I'm so tired. And first thing he does is pull out a pot of coffee and goes, oh. Does anybody
Care
need
to share?
You know, have coffee, everybody. Have coffee. Oh, it's good. It's good.
I'll cast healing word on him just to be nice because he gave us coffee.
What's happening?
I cast healing words on you to make your hungover be less over.
Temple. I got there. Reaches into another star, rummages around, pulls out like just so many knickknacks, like a bag of marbles, 4 bowls that he like just tosses, and then finally digs out an enormous leather-bound tome. This is what I found.
Egbert, I think you're the only one here that's literate.
A tome. Ah, my comfort zone. Finally, please. Pass that over here. What is it called?
It doesn't have any name on it. It is like thick leather bound and has these like metal strips connecting it and like locking it closed, and there is like an intricate metal work shape on the front of it. It doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
Fascinating. Outside of the scope of my research, I'll check the index.
Great, you open it up?
Yeah.
Great. I have more things to read now.
Well, you shouldn't have given us a book, Doobie. That is my favorite thing to ask DMs when they're like, before you is a bookshelf. And I'm like, tell me each book that's on them and what edition it is. Tell me the names and the authors.
All right, y'all. Everybody settle in for this enormous lore dump I'm about to give you. Egbert, you open up this tome. It is like so fragile. It's so old. Like if you were trying to like carbon date this, it would be insanity, right? Like hundreds of thousands of years old, barely being held together. Things are like stained and ripped. But here is the information you receive. I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But there were years, and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. They wrote all of this in cursive, which is difficult. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just god, but with none of a god's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, of rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all of my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy, but she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes they reflected another name. Death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death? The law? The death she saw in me turned her from me. And so I came to hate death. My death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die. Nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most. My heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei bought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me! What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me. I'm telling you, it's a long letter, y'all. For more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light of truth and knowledge. No, just kidding. That was the whole thing. That's a different thing that I'm not supposed to read. Cross that out, moving right along. It ends with, I shall seal the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me. Boom. Lordum.
What did you say there, Egbert? Your sound, your words seemed muted from behind that big book.
So that's what it says.
But the letter is from Strahd?
The letter is from...
Far be it from me to judge, but does Strahd seem like a bit of a bitch?
Super lame, yeah.
I was going to say incel, but yeah.
Yeah, whiny little incel.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just we're all the
Gross.
same page.
Honestly, this might be what does it for me. I don't like the desperation in his stupid whiny voice. I was really into everything else until now, but
His
that's a
story,
boner killer, the letter.
his story is kind of like a half-eaten sandwich, you know. It may look good at first, but the more you chew on it, the more you're filled with regret and disgust.
Did you guys also enjoy how many times he called himself just?
Just stop writing this, am I right?
This is what I'm saying, Dick.
Somewhere Agnes is freaking out.
I can hear her in the distance.
Well,
Just? Just? He calls himself just?
well, what do we make of that? It was so important in our tarot reading to find that, and I'm wondering
Well, we know
how
that
can
he killed his brother and really, really wanted his brother's fiance.
was
Uh,
also his brother or her sister or something like that. It was weird. She called him brother. I not don't want to dig into that,
He
but
was
it was
marrying his brother, so she
oh,
called him
so
brother.
sister-in-law. Got it.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Um, there, I have a lot of questions, but frankly, none of them are important. We should kill Strahd.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So do we just
Think
kind
so
of like
too.
walk up there, sally forth, and it just kind of go on in there, or
Well, I am wondering. So he talks a lot about what is her name? Tatiana? Talks a lot about Tatiana. Makes me think about Irina. Makes me wonder, maybe Irina looks a lot like Tatiana or something. So maybe we figure out what how to disguise hers as Tatiana and be like, look, we got Tatiana. And then we gang up on him and kills him.
I
Like
mean,
As he
throwing a
said,
distraction in the fire to go boom.
what?
No, nothing.
I
No,
mean,
no, I like.
we're already welcome into his abode. He said so himself.
Oh, that's true.
We can just
You
sort of wander in.
Good
Yeah, he
point.
did invite us to dinner already. I don't think that we need to trick our way in. I think that it's the getting back out that's going to be most of the issue.
you hear a really loud scream from outside.
Oh no.
Irina better be
Oh,
inside. Is Irina in the?
Irina,
Irina's sitting there looking like shell shocked.
why
Like,
do you look like that?
um, you see, like, her mind is racing, and I think you ask her, why do you look like that? And she looks at you genuinely, like, so out of it and just goes, I don't know.
Hold that. Yeah. I'm gonna go check on the screaming person. Dick would like to run downstairs and look out the window to see if there's a screaming person in the streets.
You look out the window and you see the two boys outside. One of them is going, ah! 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 And the other one's like, whoa.
What are you little person babies doing screaming in the streets like that?
Mr. the Duck! Mr. the Duck! Come here!
Okay.
You head outside, and in front of you, you see a jet black hearse, like a horse drawn hearse, and two skeletal horses. And as you approach, the door pops open.
This case is messier than a toddler in a spaghetti factory, and I'm an unfortunate and overworked janitor.
Don't get in that hearse, Dick.
Oh, well, everybody, come on downstairs as we come up with a plan about getting into this hearse.
That is the most metal thing I've ever seen. I'm for sure going to get in that hearse. I'll wait till we talk about it, but I'm gonna do it.
Um,
I feel like we need to pursue this situation with Arena before we go anywhere or do anything else.
well, they're on Strahd's time, so let's run up the meter. You all just wait here. Little babies, come back inside, and remember, if somebody asks to come into your inn, why would anybody ask to come into an inn? They're allowed to come into an inn all the time. That's why it's called an inn. If they're asking for permission to come in, they're vampires, and don't say yes.
They're vampires?
Also, if yes, also if any strangers offer for you to have candies, those aren't candies; they're poisons. Don't do it.
Oh.
I know.
The world kind of sucks sometimes. Anyway.
Arena, have you heard the name Tatiana before?
Um, she looks really confused and like incredibly upset and is like, I don't remember.
What do you remember?
I remember um darkness and my brother coming to find me. And then my father taking me in, and that's all I remember.
Your father taking you in. So you were, for lack of a better word, a foundling.
Yes, I
How
suppose.
old are you, Irina?
Um, I think as old as my brother.
And how old is he?
He's 23.
Hmm.
Look,
Okay.
I think that I should go to the Burgermeister's master's house. That's where he wanted me to go. You find my brother, and we'll meet back here. Okay.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Okay.
Be safe.
You too. And she's gonna start walking back towards the other part of town, that huge mansion down there. She looks really out of it. She looks like very upset.
I'm feeling as if maybe we should make sure she gets there fine.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very strongly that we should make sure she gets there
I
at
think
all.
Danica comes up behind you and says, "We will take care of her." And she tells the boy, she's like, "Go follow Irina." And the two boys are like, "Miss Irina, will you tell me about a story about where you come from? Do you have Blinsky toys?" And they start talking to her as she heads down the road.
Okay. Well, off to see the vampire?
Now we get in the creepy hearse.
This will give us plenty of time to rehearse our story.
Shut
What
up.
story?
No, Dick, no.
Okay. Yep, let's get in to the creepy, horrible, magic dead hearse and go see the horrible nightmare vampire who stole our friend.
As I said before, nothing bad can ever come from this.
Hmm.
And you've never been wrong.
Thank you, Maze.
Mm-hmm.
You get in the hearse, the door closes behind you, and you set off for Castle Ravenloft. And that's where we got to end for today, everybody. We only have 4 episodes left of this season.
400 more.
For season 2.
Yep.
Stay
Everybody
tuned
really
for
wants
Strahd
season 2 here.
Yep.
But we have other projects coming up in the works. Very exciting.
Called
Called
Strahd
Strahd
season 2.
2.
Not Strahd season 2. But maybe if they annoy me enough, then I will let them do Strahd season 2.
Strahd season 2, the Duckening.
The Duckening. Stupid. Positive.
It's the prequel where we become collectively Strahd.
Well, on that note, everybody, we gotta be out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. We're not skipping. We're gonna be here next week. So hold on to your butts, everybody. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.